have a conversation with anyone.
Okay. Would you willing? And by conversation, I really just mean like, would you debate with me?
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
Okay. What topics do you do?
Yeah, I do any topic.
Okay.
Well,
What about theology?
anything dealing with Aristotelian logic? I mean, holy fucking shit.
Say it again.
Yeah, I mean, just anything except for Aristotelian logic, like holy shit.
Yeah. What do you think about theology?
Theology, agnostic towards every proposition.
Okay. We basically agree. What about metaethics?
I mean, metaethics, if I really had to give a position, I mean, to be fair, I'm not really robust yet, but if I had to give one, maybe some broad form of like type B error theory, maybe the one that like Eric affirms.
In form of error theory?
Yeah.
So just to be clear, you
I'll just
would
present to
be
you. Do you like have Eric's 2 papers on error theory, the ones that he published?
okay. So to be clear, just by affirming error theory, you would be affirming that moral statements are propositional, right?
No. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you would be affirming their
That's
propositions.
not what
Yeah,
type B
you
error
have
theory
issues
affirms.
in theory.
I just want to be clear. That's not the proposition that type B error theory affirms.
Wait, you don't think error theory affirms that moral statements are true fact?
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Bro, who is Bruce? Like, his voice sounds so familiar.
They just call me Bruce. Anyways, I think type B error theory, I don't think it, affirms
Okay. To
that
be clear, what do
moral
you think
statements
error
are
theory is?
propositional.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm just gonna be super clear here with you. What are your semantics
Yeah,
of
so I
error?
mean, to be clear, right, the position of error theory, at least in the broad sense, is the idea that there are more propositions, but they're all false. And so the idea is that the statements are all false.
Oh,
So
okay,
there's
wait. So
so they're
you
not
just conceded
propositional.
to the statement that error theory
This
do
is the
affirm
idea
that
that they're not
moral statements
propositional,
are
retard,
propositional.
because if they were propositional, they would have the capacity of being true or false, you fucking moron. Do you have tracking goggles? No, I didn't think so. I didn't fucking
dumbass.
think so. I
That's
didn't fucking
exactly
think
what
so,
I said. Error
dumbass.
theory
Sorry, how
affirms.
about you pay attention to the conversation? Right?
Congratulations. You are finally tracking the basic very question I asked you. Okay,
You
so
mean the
let's get
idea
on
of
here.
you just saying
Oh
that
wait,
I
hold on, no,
conceded
no,
to
no,
the
no.
fact
Calm
that they
down,
are
dumb fuck. Calm down, dumb
propositions,
fuck.
yet they aren't
Dumb fuck.
propositional,
Calm
you
down.
fucking
Calm the
moron?
fuck down. So I'm gonna
Propositions are
ask you the
propositional,
question
yes or
one
no?
more
Answer the
time, and
fucking
I'm
question.
expecting
No,
a
no,
clear answer. Do you believe
hold on, wait. Stop
that
bloviating for a
moral
second and answer the
statements
question,
are
right?
true fact,
No,
aka
wait,
propositional?
wait.
I
I
just
just
want a
want to
clear
see
and
here.
concise
Do you
answer
think
to
that
the question.
propositions are
Wait, just give me a
propositional?
clear and concise
No,
answer to the
I'm sorry,
question.
that's not an answer. That's not an answer, right? You
Wait,
think propositions are
Bruce,
propositional?
what is a clear and concise
Yeah,
answer
I'm
to the
sorry, that's
question?
not an answer. That's gonna be
Are
a
moral
dodge, right? We're
statements
gonna
true
count that as
fact? Yes
dodge
or
number
no?
one from the conversation, right? So look,
Why are
do
you
you think
dodging the
propositions are
conversation?
propositional? Yes or no?
Why are
Answer
you
the fucking
dodging the
question.
conversation? Wait, you're dodging the
No one here
question.
is
Can you
dodging.
just
I
answer the
just
question?
presented a fucking
I
blunder
don't
you
care about any of
obviously
this.
made, and now that you're
Answer the
actually not going
question.
to answer the
Are
question,
moral
it's
statements
going to make
true
the
fact?
blunder completely more fucking obvious, right? So look,
Yeah,
do you think propositions are propositional? Yes or no?
Okay,
Yeah, I didn't
wait.
fucking think
So
so. Get back in your fucking place.
get put in my place. You conceded to me.
No.
Okay, let's be clear here. For everybody in the audience, I want you to understand that my original question to him was, does error theory affirm that morals are true fact? His original answer was no, that is not what error theory affirms. And so
No,
when we
because they're not
got
true
into the
fact.
semantics of error theory, he then later
Because
concedes
they're not true
that
fact.
error theory does admit moral statements are propositional. So that is a concession on his
No,
part. He just
they're not
blatantly
propositional.
conceded
They're not
directly.
propositional. They say that all moral. See, this is why I told you to get your tracking goggles on. I said that all moral propositions, quote unquote, are taken to be false, as in they don't have the property of being propositional. You fucking retard! Holy shit! Do you read any philosophical literature? Do
Yo,
you?
Bruce.
I didn't fucking think
Okay,
so.
maybe you're
I
losing
didn't
brain
fucking think
cells.
so, right?
Maybe you're
This is why
losing
I
brain
asked you the
cells
question
after the
earlier
debate
of whether or
just
not you
had with
think that
no other
propositions are
panelists.
propositional, and yet you didn't answer the question.
But
This is the fifth time I'm
maybe when you
asking the
say
question. Let's just see if
statements
you can
are
answer
false,
it
you're
this
admitting
time,
they're true
right? So look,
fact.
do you think that
When you say a statement is
propositional? Yes
propositional,
or
you
no?
say it can be true or false. If a statement is false, therefore it falls under the dichotomy. Therefore, error theory would be admitting they're propositional. What? Are you confused? Why are you confused about very basic
Retard. The idea is that the dichotomy is rejected. The idea is that the dichotomy is rejected because it's only stating that the propositions are false.
Yeah, wait,
There
what do
is
you
no
think the
other.
dichotomy is, retard? Wait, what do you think the
They're
dichotomy
not
is?
propositional. They
Wait,
are
what do you
not
think the
propositional.
dichotomy is?
The dichotomy
Retard, what do
is
you
that they're
think the
true and
dichotomy
false,
is?
true or
Answer the
false,
question.
true or false. That's the dichotomy. Except the idea
Okay,
is that it
true or
doesn't
false?
draw the
Did you hold
dichotomy.
on, wait,
It rejects
calm
that the
down, calm down.
dichotomy
I
is
just
even
asked
there,
you
you
a
moron. Do you
question.
read any
I just
philosophical
asked you a
literature? Do
question.
you?
I don't
Do
need
you? Do you?
big
I
ass
didn't fucking think so.
elaboration on the question that you already answered. Okay, so I just want to ask you one more question. Okay, and you said error
Actually, let's
theory
just
is
see if you can answer my
hold
question.
on, wait,
You think
calm
propositions are
down,
propositional?
calm down. You said error theory
Yeah, no,
posits
wait,
that
no, I'm
all
sorry, that's not an
moral
answer. Do you think
statements are
propositions are
false.
propositional? This is the 7th time asking you.
Wait, I
Everyone's
don't
keeping
care about
count.
the irrelevant jibber
All
jabber
right, so
that
obviously
you're
it's
throwing at
fucking
me real
relevant,
quick.
and I explained why it was
I
relevant
just want a
earlier
clear and
because you
concise
made
answer
the
to the
fucking
question.
blunder that if you answer the question and
You
say yes, of course they're
error
fucking
theory
propositional, then
posits
obviously the statements that would be
that
given
all moral
aren't
statements are false.
propositional, you moron,
Yes
which
or no?
is completely
Yes
not what the
or
statement
no?
you made about air theory was.
Does
So look,
error
let's
theory
just see if you can
posit
answer
that
it,
all
and
moral
maybe if you
statements
can
are
answer it, we
false?
can continue the
Yes or
conversation.
no?
Right?
Yes or no? You're stumbling. You can't even answer the question. You're dodging.
That was really rhetorical.
Yeah, I know it was rhetorical. Answer the question. Holy fuck! How can you have such an ego with being confused on basic positions like error theory?
Yeah, wait, what'd you say?
Obviously, error theory is an anti-realist position. It's cognitive.
Cognitivism? Is that what you're trying to say?
I said
Holy
it's a
shit.
cognitive position.
That's not what you said. Okay. That was a good conversation. I'm
Okay.
glad that you were willing to run away from your blunder. It was really, very, very, very
Wait,
courageous of you.
run away from my blunder. I'm confused. What blunder did I have?
Do you want me to repeat it for the 7th time? Or was that a rhetorical question?
Sure, I'll allow you to repeat your gibberish for the millionth time.
So it's just the idea of that when I asked you the question of whether you think propositions are propositional, the idea behind the relevance of the question was simply the idea that, if it's taken to be the case that propositions are propositional, then the idea of strictly affirming that they're false isn't making the dichotomy in the first place, right? It's not being drawn. It is being rejected. That's the whole fucking point. And so the idea is that there wouldn't be propositions. It'd be the idea that they're all false. You fucking retard, right? So look, that's why I asked you if you've read any philosophical literature whatsoever. And that's why I fucking asked you
Okay,
if you
calm
could
down,
answer the
calm down, calm down,
question. But you
just
didn't answer the
calm
question.
down.
You
Does
did.
anybody
For 7
understood
times.
what he just
Then I
said?
asked you 7
Yeah,
times.
hold
Write
on,
it down on my
wait.
hand. I've
Does
been keeping
anybody just
tally marks for
understood what
you,
he just said? Okay,
Mister.
he just
So
said
look,
our
now that you've been
propositions,
blown the fuck out
propositional.
utterly, right? You
Obviously,
are going to sit
self-informed
down in
is
your
you
fucking
fucking
seat,
retard.
right?
Hold on, my nigga's texting me in chat. Yo, what's up, bro? Okay,
Y'all are good.
anyways, so listen, he just asked me a question. The question being the most retarded question I have ever heard in all of my lifetime of debating. Are propositions propositional? That's fucking
Right.
informative.
It was a reductio, retard, and then I pointed out why the
That's
reductio,
self-informative.
if answered, would have fucking landed, moron. Which is what I just
And
explained
you
to you if you
admitted
were actually
that.
tracking.
Hold
Now,
on,
did you listen to
calm
anything
down.
else I told you? Yes or no?
Wait.
No,
Just
I'm
calm
sorry,
down.
that's not an answer to the question. Answer the fucking question.
Okay, what's the question again?
Holy shit. He really doesn't have tracking goggles. I just fucking asked him that. All right, look, the question,
Are
right, is
propositions
did you pay
propositional? Is
attention?
that the question you're referring
Hey,
to?
you just asked for a clarification. I'm going to
I
give it to
already
you.
answered the
Stop
question.
speaking like a monkey.
That's the question you're referring to.
Yeah, how are you answering the question when you just asked me to recite it because you didn't fucking hear me?
No, okay, I didn't understand what question you
Holy
were
shit, you're
referring to. But
bloviating.
hold
No,
on,
look, look,
now that I
look,
have heard you what
look,
question
look,
you
look,
were
just stop
referring to,
bloviating and pay attention.
I already
Right?
said it's
Did you hear
self-informative.
anything I just
It's
said previously?
self-informative. Okay, wait. Did anybody hear me say the question is self-informative? I just want like a clear understanding from the audience that they heard that.
Yeah. We heard that.
Yo, can someone um translate what Tom is saying, please?
Yeah, my bad, guys. Was I
Okay, yeah,
speaking
okay.
in
So
insight
No,
like
I'm
as
trolling,
language?
I'm
just
trolling,
how
I'm not even
clear.
listening. I'm trolling, I'm not
Yeah,
even
I
Yeah, I
am
listening.
know.
too, bro.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think it was a good conversation. I think I had a good run in the end, but I'm just gonna have to concede here. I think obviously you were better. Yeah, I mean, I think you
All right,
just won.
bro. Yo, Bruce, bro, you're funny, bro.
Appreciate it, dog.
Hey, bro.
Some would say there was a lot of time wasted there. Am I right?
Yo, you're getting banned for that.
I was like, he called. I'm not gonna lie, that was like he called. I so for
It was
as a
good,
reward,
Isaiah.
how cold that shit was, I'll let you choose 1 week or
Wait,
1 day.
no, wait, no.
No,
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Anyways,
Yo, what's that one
I'm
thing that you
still
did with
bored.
Ghana,
I'm
bro?
still
You
bored.
said
I'm
kick
gonna
her
mentality
add
ass.
in
to
the
the debate. Let's
VC.
do it.
Mentality. It's your time, buddy.
Or propositional. That's Loki the funniest question I ever heard though.
Well, no, the idea is that like if you answer the question right, then it's just like, oh shit. Well, then what I was saying earlier doesn't make any fucking sense because if you reject the dichotomy, which is what error theorists do, and they only state that the statements are false, then you can't say that they're
No.
propositions because propositions have to be propositional. That was the point of the reductio landing. Like if asked. Which, by the way, is completely fucking retarded. I would like to point that out there.
And no, wait, hold on. Okay, error theory doesn't posit that all propositions are false.
Well, that's why I
They
said
posit
in
that
the
all
broad sense
moral
when I answered the
propositions.
question. Well, yeah, I
It
mean, obviously,
specifically
I'm not. Well, yeah,
references in moral judgments. Yeah.
well, yeah, of course it would be towards moral propositions. I'm not. I'm not saying like any other propositions. I mean, clearly we're talking about a meta-ethical view.
Okay, so
I
like
didn't
I
think
don't
I
get
had
the
to
point of the
clarify that
reductio.
language. Wait, you said what?
Yeah, then the reductio just doesn't really make sense.
No, the reductio makes sense because it's saying that. Okay, wait. Do you think that error theory, right, is the idea that it's the rejection of all moral
Of all
propositions being
moral.
true, right?
Mm-hmm.
It says that they're all false. Yeah, so the entire point is that if you try to draw the dichotomy for a moral proposition, the dichotomy is never going to be there because the proposition is not going to be a proposition. It's always going to be false. That's the point.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so if
Okay,
you say, well,
I see the problem here. What you're confusing is a moral judgment. You're confusing a moral judgment between a comment on a moral claim, right? So that's why we have a
oh
difference
no,
between meta ethics and like
wait,
normal
wait. The
judgment.
entire idea is that it's the meta-ethical position. They're all moral judgments. They're all giving a judgment towards a proposition. That's the whole point of meta-ethics. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be
Okay, so wait,
irrelevant.
hold on. What? Oh no. Hold on. What error theory would specifically be talking about is what's false. Like for example, saying killing a cat is wrong. That is a false statement. But it wouldn't be saying error theory wouldn't be saying that
It's
oh
not entirely the case, but
in regarding to ethical positions is false. It wouldn't be saying anything like that.
I would like to be clear that example is like not entirely intuitively correct, but the idea is that if it's the judgment given on how moral propositions ought to act, right? Well, it still wouldn't matter because the proposition of error theory is still being affirmed.
Yeah, but that's not specifically concerning a moral judgment. That's what
We
I'm
get no,
trying to tell
the entire idea is that the position that they're affirming, the proposition they're affirming, is the moral judgment.
you. That's not a
The
moral
moral
judgment. That's what I'm
judgment
saying.
given is that all moral
Okay,
propositions are false.
that's not a moral judgment. A moral judgment would be an assessment about what is
What?
moral and what is immoral. I'm not saying
Yeah,
X is
that's the
moral,
point.
X is immoral.
Yeah,
That's not
I'm
a
well aware. That's the judgment. The judgment is saying that all moral propositions are false. That's the judgment.
okay.
That's the attitude they're giving towards the
Am I the
literature.
only one not understanding what I'm trying to explain to him?
No, I'm understanding what you're saying. It's just the complete gibberish, buddy.
Okay, so I'm gonna give an example of a moral judgment. A moral judgment would be like, for example, X is wrong. That's a moral judgment. And a
Yes, that's the
statement
proposition
regarding
being made.
no. A statement
That's the
regarding
proposition.
the totality of ethics would be like error theory is true. Those are two different statements. They do not concern the same topic.
Wait, do you think that moral judgment isn't a proposition?
So I think that moral judgment isn't I don't think moral statements are propositional, if that's what you're asking me. I'm a non-cognitivist.
Oh gosh, never mind. This conversation's over.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, right. The idea is if we're taking the idea
Yo,
of
make a
moral
poll, bro.
judgments
Yo,
to be
who won? Who won?
proposition.
Who won?
Alright,
Oh, I
so I
mean,
think
everyone.
we all know Leader won this discussion pretty easily.
I mean, obviously, I mean, I conceded the conversation. Of course, I got blown the fuck out. I mean.
I mean, we all know Leader won. He's definitely not